Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. And today, towards more of the end of the class, we're going to use the yoga block. Now, one of the ways I'm going to use the block is for kneeling side series. Taller people out there may not need a block for that, and that's okay. But I'm a shorter person. The block helps me have a much better alignment. So bring it in for that. We'll also do some abdominal work with it later on as well. And then if you cannot comfortably bind your hands back here when you're lying on your belly for double leg kick, you might want to strap a belt and a hand towel will work well as well. So you can have that bind back there. That's what this is for. And if you feel like your pelvis is not stable when we're doing series of 5, things like that, because it kind of wants to rock forward and back, a folded hand towel like we use when we're doing roll-ups and roll-downs, for those that need it, putting that in that spot can help with that stability sometimes as well. That being said, we'll go ahead and get started. So I'm just going to move a little bit more center here in my camera. Good. Sitting up nice and tall, zipping up that front body. We're going to take the chin down to the chest. We'll get some neck stretches in here. And just let gravity pull that head down, giving you that stretch in the back. And we'll take that chin back up, left ear, left shoulder. You can always walk that out. You can come to kind of a hover. And we'll come back in, right ear, right shoulder. And again, you can walk that out and come to a long diagonal hover. Kind of find where you need the stretch. And then coming back to center. Keeping your chest and your shoulders forward, look to the left and look to the right. One more time, to the left. Hold it there. Could you bring the right shoulder back just a little bit? Notice how that gives you a little bit more of a stretch through here. And then we'll come back center. We'll look to the right, bringing that left shoulder back just a little bit. And coming back center. Let's go into a side bend. Big inhale, exhale, side bend towards the left. Now, as you breathe, you want to engage the rib cage here. You want to expand it. And then as you exhale, you really kind of think about a deflation of the belly. So you want that belly button to be in. And then from here, we'll come up. We'll go to the other side. And coming back center. Let's go right into all fours for some cat-cow. So we're continuing to loosen things up a little bit here before our practice. So my hands and knees, spreading the fingers wide, rooting through the knuckles of pinky, pointer, and thumb. Tops of the feet are down, hips are over the knees. Maybe slightly wider if you've got a cranky low back. I'm protracted, so I'm pushing the floor away. Good. From here, and then inhale, I'm going to take the chest forward, tilt the pelvis back. And exhale, and we'll round, tucking the pelvis under, mad cat. Inhale, cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. Good. Now we'll take this back to a little bit of a kind of child's pose here, just to decompress those wrists in case you need that. And when ready, we're going to take this into a thread the needle. Thread the needle. So for thread the needle, good. You want the hips to stay over the knees. And I'm going to start by taking my left arm out to the side. Good. I'm going to thread that through behind my right, and I'm going to come down. As I come down, I want a nice long line from crown to tail. So my ear is not touching the floor. If I were to doing that, it looks this. So see how I've got a little kink in my neck doing that? You want to be nice and long, and like a gentle, gentle touch of that temple to the floor. This hand and shoulder can help you keep that alignment. Another way to think about it is you had a paper under your head and you don't want that paper to crinkle. So if you press your head into the floor, it's going to crinkle. And then we'll press up and come back center. We'll take that to the other side. Right arm comes out. I'm going to thread it behind the left. I'm going to come down here. I'm using my left hand and shoulder to help me stay here. Breathe and expand. My ear is not touching the floor. And pressing in and coming back up. One little cat-cow here. Inhale and exhale. And we're going to come on to our back. Move my water out of the way here. So as you come onto your back, let's kind of just get a little bit of movement in here as well. So taking the feet as wide as the mat, belly button is in, and you can have your hands here out to the side, wherever it's comfortable for you. And we're just going to let the knees go to one side and then the other. Good. Now, how far you go depends on your own body. Some people can go all the way over. Some days that you go all the way over. Other people can't move as far. You just take it where you can take it. Kind of loosening things up back there. And once you're ready, we'll come back to center. I'm going to bring my feet, hips and knees in this alignment here. Feet are not too far away, but they're not too close. Good. And we're going to go into some pelvic tilting. So from here, I'm going to tilt my pelvis back. So my pubic bone is going to come towards me. I'm closing any space back here that I may have. But I'm not closing it so much that I'm jamming my back into the mat. I don't want to do that. And then we'll rock it forward, maybe creating some more space here, but not so much that it causes pain. So go to your body's limit and range, moving forward and back. As I move forward and back, I'm not squeezing the glutes. I'm not pressing into the feet. I'm using my abs to do this movement. So one more time. This also loosens up some of the muscles down there too. Okay, we're going to take this into a chest lift. We're going to do this with feet grounded. So I'm back in my neutral spine. You can also have a little bit of a touch of the low back into the mat as well. If you're new or not that strong in the core, just don't jam it. Zipping up, belly button in, arms up, right over the shoulders. Big inhale, exhale, lift that chin. Looking towards the thighs, coming up, and I'm going to reach. I'm going to lift up and lower that back down. And we'll go again. Inhale, exhale, nod the chin. Lift up and reach. Good, relaxing the shoulders and coming up and taking it down. Good. Now we'll add some little pulses on here. So big inhale, exhale, nod the chin, coming up. Arms are long and low. Good. From the chest, you're going to pulse. I'm going to pulse, 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 pulse. Lift up and lower down. Let's do that again. Inhale, exhale, feet curve it up, reaching. Good, here we go. Pulse, 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 and taking that down. Bring the knees into the chest for a moment. Good. So we're going to take this into the hundreds, and I've got a lot of hundreds that you can do. So if you're joining me today and you're fairly new to Pilates, you can keep your feet down. Your 100 is going to look like this. Okay, that's level 1. Level 2, okay, level 3, also here, okay. If you can master this without the pelvis rocking forward, then I will show you a super advanced version of the hundreds. So what you'll do then, you'll start here. You're going to start here, my bad. You're going to inhale on the down, and you're going to exhale on the up, okay? So you can do that as you move. It's really, really intense. Remember, you can come to tabletop knees or feet down at any time, okay? Now that you know where you're going to go, good. I'm going to take my knees in tabletop because I'm going to demo that advanced one. Here, good. Arms are up. Inhale, exhale, find your C curve. Good. Start pumping. Good. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift up higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift higher, reach deeper through the arms. And take that down. And wiggle, 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 side to side. All right. Let's take this right into the series of 5. So we're going to start that with the single leg stretch. The knees are in tabletop. Arms are up. As I come up in the C curve, I'm going to take my right or left hand to the right knee, right hand to the ankle. So this helps you stay in that alignment. As I'm pulling this knee in, I'm reaching that other leg long, aka that's why they call it a stretch. So here we go. I'm coming in, and we've got 1 and 2. Hips stay grounded. 3. And inhale, exhale. 5 and 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. And we'll bring that down. Good. Taking that head and neck side to side. If you need a little bit of break, single straight leg stretch. Legs can come up. So as you're lifted and you're pulling one leg back towards the face, your other leg is reaching long. Okay. This leg doesn't have to be super long. You just want to reach where you can reach it. Okay. So different legs will be longer than others. Otherwise, when you're ready, good. Inhale, exhale. I'm going to come up. I'm going to start on my right side. Left leg comes long. I'm going to pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And we'll bring that down. Good. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Head and neck side to side. Double leg stretch, double leg stretch. So for this one, I'm going to actually do this in a Pilates V. So my heels are going to connect, knees and toes are going to turn out. So when I take my legs long, I've got a little bit more connection through here. Okay. We're just going to do 4 of these, 4 of these. So from here, here's my exhale. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. And we'll take that down. Good. Get that little break. Double straight leg stretch. So it's very similar, like we did if you did the advanced version of the 100. Your legs are going to lift and lower here. Upper body can be grounded, or you can be in the C curve. I'm going to choose a grounded upper body here. You can also take this in parallel or the Pilates V stance. But from here, once you're ready, good. You find your C curve if you're going to do that first. Good. And then inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Watch that pelvis. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Bend the knees and rock, rock, rock. Last one is the crisscross. So this is rotation. This gets into the waistline, into the oblique. So to best facilitate that, you want to lead with the shoulder, not from the elbow. So hands come behind the head. Okay, this is not what we're doing. Okay, this is what we're doing. Okay, you'll get a more effective exercise that way. Your legs are going to do what they did in single leg stretch. Zipping up nice and tight. Good. Left shoulder towards the right knee. Good. Hips stay grounded. And then I'm going to switch. And 2. And 3. And inhale. And exhale. And 5. 4. 3. 2. And 1. We can do it. Good. And take that down. Woo. Wiggle, 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 side to side. Let's take this into a nice, satisfying twist. Knees in tabletop, arms out. Take those knees over, all the way over if you can to the right. Look to the left shoulder grounded. Breathe and expand through that rib cage. And then from here, head will come back to center, one leg at a time coming back in. Good, just resetting, taking the knees all the way over to the left, looking to the right shoulder is grounded. Breathing and expanding. And then once you're ready, good, one leg at a time. Take your head back to center first. One leg at a time is gonna come back in. Good. All right, let's take this into some hamstring stretches. So I'm gonna start on the right side again. Your left knee can be bent or extended long. It just kind of depends on, how the hip flexor feels, how the back feels when you do that. Some people need to keep a bent knee. Good. And I'm just gonna let my hands slide up my right leg as high as it can go. While I'm here, I'm just gonna point and flex the foot. Good. And then maybe even roll that ankle around. So ankle mobility, can't emphasize that enough. When ankles become stiff, that affects your walking. You start to shuffle. And when you start to shuffle and don't pick up your feet, you start to trip over things. So really work on that ankle mobility if you haven't. And then while we're here, let's just spread the fingers, or not the fingers, but the toes wide and squeeze them together a few times. Yeah. Toes are important to help us balance. Good. Okay. From here, we're going to open up and get an inner thigh stretch. So you can have your hand anywhere on the outside of this leg. You can reach the foot or the toe. You can take that too. Otherwise, both hips are grounded. I'm going to take that leg out to the side. You just kind of take it where you need to take it. Bringing in a strap or a belt here is a nice modification for this as well. My left hip is grounded. I'm not letting it come up. I'm going to take that up. Good. So this next one, because we don't have a strap, you can keep this leg long or you can bend it. I'm going to bend my right arm out to the side. I'm just going to kind of come over a little bit. So the hip will come up a little bit here, just so you can, enough so you can find that nice stretch on the outside. Nice outer hip and IT band stretch here. When you're ready, we'll come back up. So while we're here, we're going to go ahead and get some smaller leg circles on the side, and we'll take some larger ones as well. So from here, you can have a point in the foot or a flex. That part doesn't matter. Just kind of be mindful that you try to do the same thing on the other side when we get there. But from here, belly button is in nice and tight. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and reverse. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Good. Now, there's a couple ways you can do a larger circle if you've got the range. I'm going to come out from my mat here, so I've got room. Good. So there's the one that I really like, where I am kind of crossing over here a little bit. I'm coming out, and so I've got that range. You can also take one where the hip lifts a lot higher off the floor and take it that way. So you just kind of choose. We're going to try 4 in each direction, but you want to not do these things willy-nilly. So your belly button is in. And if you don't feel stable when you lift this hip to do that work, then keep that hip grounded and just focus here for a while, okay? And then when you become stronger and more stable, you can try that again. So zipping up, here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. There you go. 5. I'm just going to stay down. 6, 7, and 8. Good. And then bring those in. We're going to take that all to the other side. So from here, your right knee can be bent or extended long, depending on how you feel. Good. Take those hands up that left leg as high as you can go. I need to bend the knee on this side today. And then while you're here, you can point and flex to that foot. And you want your upper body down on this here too. That really facilitates better stretching. And maybe take that into some circles, ankle circles, that is. Hopefully you're not hearing the snap, crackle, pop that's happening in my ankle today. Nothing wrong with that. As long as there's no pain, it just means there's air in the joint. And then just take a few moments spreading the toes and squeezing them together. Good. So from here, once you're ready, good. We'll try the 4 small circles in each direction, really zipping up. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, and reverse. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Now, you choose how you do your larger circles. You can keep both hips grounded, or you can take that leg over. You choose. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And reverse. I'm going to keep this hip down on this one. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Good. Bring in those knees. I'm going to scoot back over here. All right. We're going to take this into rolling like a ball. We're going to do that 6 times. 6 times. You can hold here or behind here. If you're holding behind here, try not to swing your legs around. We're going to find the C curve here. And here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. You're going to come up and find that balance. Now, we're stretched out here. So if you can rock more, we're going to do that. But maybe we do it this time from an open leg rocker. So balancing on the sits bones, grab your ankles or your shins for a moment. Just take one leg out just so you get a feel. Back is long. And we'll take that back in. And we'll go again. Good. Now, maybe you want to take both legs out. Maybe you don't want to rock, but you want to work on this balance, which is core work all the same. Otherwise, let's try open leg rocker for 4. And we've got 1, 2, 3, and 4. Find your balance, find the balance, and we'll take that down. Okay, let's take the leg, maybe as wide as your mat here. Okay, zipping up nice and tall with the spine. So Kenny wants your ears, shoulders, and hips to be in alignment. You can sit up on something if you have a really tight low back or legs. And likewise, you can also support your knees back here if you need that as well. So from here, I'm going to take my arms up to the side. There you go. And I am going to take this into spine stretch side. So I'm just going to get a side bend. Both hips stay grounded. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Should feel a little bit different than the one we did in the beginning of our class. You want to try to keep shoulders and hips in alignment here. And then I'm going to use the obliques on that left side to come up. And we'll take it over to the other side. Good. Breathing, expanding, and coming back up one more time each side. So, side bend to my right. Reaching. And coming back up and side bending to the left. Good. And then we'll come back up. So going into spine stretch forward, arms are going to come forward, no higher than shoulder height. And imagine you're sitting up against an imaginary wall and you're peeling off that wall bone by bone. So I'm going to nod my chin because your neck is part of your spine. Good. And I'm going to start to roll down bone by bone. So I'm getting the C-curve scoop here. As I'm doing that, I'm reaching forward with my arms. And you're just going to come where you can come. And different people look differently here. Good. Now from here, starting from the tailbone, I'm going to stack the bone by bone. Good. As I come all the way back up, nice and tall. We're going to do this 3 more times. Inhale, exhale, nodding the chin, rolling that down. Reaching, going to your level. Try to come a little bit deeper each time if you can. And stacking bone by bone. 2 more times. Nodding the chin, rolling that down. Be taking that belly button in. Oh, reaching. And stacking. Good. And 1 more time. Nodding. I hope you're feeling a nice stretch in the back, even a little bit of a stretch in the hamstrings, maybe, as you come down. And stacking bone by bone. Good. We're going to just relax the arms here for a moment. We're going to take that into saw. So from here, arms are going to be out. I'm going to start the same way. This time I'm going to rotate. Good. Hand comes down. I'm going to reach and round. Trying to saw the pinky toe off with the pinky finger. And then I'm going to come back up. Hips stay grounded when you do saw and reach. So that opposite hip doesn't pop up. And coming up and rotate and ground and stack. And last time, rotate and round and stack and coming back to center. Good. We're going to come onto our bellies now for prone work. So this is where you want any little prop you're going to use. Could use this for leg stretch actually. For double leg kick, if you can't find well in the back, you can do that here. So coming onto your belly, and we're going to take this into swan first. So once I'm here, good. My legs are about hip width apart. And I'll also say here too, if you've got that little padding that you use when we're doing roll-ups and roll-downs, some people also do better with these in this extension if you have that, like right under the hips and the pelvis here. So always kind of try that out if that's something that you think you might benefit from. So legs are hip width apart, hands are under the shoulders. I'm going to walk them a little bit forward and to the side. Elbows are going to come down. I'm going to roll my shoulders back. I'm zipped up with that front body. Good. And here we go. Inhale. Maybe it's a baby swan, a medium swan, or a high swan. Shoulders away from the ears. No crunching of the low back. And we'll take that down. Bone by bone. Good. Inhale and lift. Exhale to lower. 2 more. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. 1 more time. Inhale to lift. Exhale to lower. Good. Now you can take your hands, just like that, stack them, little recovery. Wiggle the hips here. Good. And then from here, we're going to come up onto the forearms. So it's okay to clasp the hands. You want to press the elbows and the forearms into your mat. You're in maybe not as deep of an extension here in the back. And then from here, good, I'm going to flex my heel as I kick, and lower. And I really want to squeeze that glute. Otherwise, and it's just kind of you don't really get that connection there. So pressing away, zipping up, and here we go. Starting on the right side, kick, lower. Other side, kick, lower. Kick, lower. Kick, lower. Kick, lower. Kick, kick, lower, kick, kick, lower, kick, kick, lower. 2 more sets. Kick, kick, lower, kick, kick, lower, kick, kick, lower, kick, kick, lower. Coming all the way down. Okay, so setting up for double leg kick. I'm going to take my strap back here. Remember, a hand towel works just as well. The closer you take your hands together, the harder you will make it. Keeping your hands in line with the shoulders may be a little bit easier to make it. I'm going to bend my knees here, and I'm going to take them into a Pilates V. So my heels are connected, hips, knees, and toes are turned out. So from here, I'm going to look to my right. Good. And then from here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to kick, kick, lift and reach, and come down. Pull, pull, reach and lift, and down. Pull, pull, lift and reach, and down. Pull, pull, lift and reach, and come down. One more time each side. Pull, pull, lift and reach. And last time, last side. Lift and take that down. Release if you use the prop. Hands under the shoulders. Child's pose. And then from here, once you're ready, we're going to take this right into the side series. So I'm going to grab a drink of water here because my voice is starting to fade. Okay. So we're going to start this, and you can always have cushioning under your knees as well if you need that. So I'm going to use the block into my left hand first. So it's going to be my left knee that's going to come down. My right leg is the one that's going to be lifted and do the exercise. Now, from kneeling, you're going to feel work in both hips, but it's going to be a different work at the same time. And we will stretch before we go to the other side. So from here, if you're using a block, remember you've got 3 heights. You've got this way, you've got this way, you've got this way. So if you're using it, find what's appropriate for you. Zipping up. Good. This hand can be here. It can be up. It can be wherever you feel like it needs to be. I'm going to lift. Belly button is in. And here we go. I'm going to lift. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Now I'm going to kick. I'm going to bend. And I'm going to go 1. Now maybe a knee will come here. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. From here, we're going to take 4 tiny circles in each direction. So really watch that pelvis. We'll go 4, 3, 2, 1, and we'll reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's get a quad stretch here. I'm going to bend. I'm going to grab. I'm going to push the hips forward, taking my knee and foot behind me. I'm getting right into the front of the thigh here. Now, this knee version here that we're doing is just the added challenge. You can also do this whole series side lying. That will be a little easier. And then from here, I'm going to release that leg. I'm going to come up. I'm going to side bend over. Good. Let's get in another little stretch here. And when you're ready, good. We're going to take that to the other side. So I'm just going to bring my block over to the right side. Good. Left leg's going to come out. Good. Have the block the way that you need it if you're using it. Zipping up that front body. Hand can be at the waist or up high. You choose. And here we go. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And here's the kick. So we've got that first one. Good. And then here we go if you want it. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Good. Here's those little circles, 4 in each direction. 4, 3, 2, 1, reverse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Bend that knee, grab the center of the ankle, hips forward, knee in, foot go backwards. And that feels so good. And then once you're ready, good, we will release that leg, coming up, and we'll side bend over. And once you're ready, we'll come up. Good. So before we come back onto our back and bring this block back in for that work, let's come to a little bit of a hip stretch here too. So I've got my left leg on the bottom. I'm going to take my right to the top and just lift here. And when you're ready, just kind of switch that out and lift. And once you're ready, good, we'll come back onto our back. So what we're going to do here is you're going to take your block and you're going to have it on this setting or this setting, okay? I don't like this setting because both sits bones and the tailbone then are not properly supported. It's mainly just the tailbone, and then your low back and hips are going to bother you at the end of the day if you do it this way. So if you have two blocks, you can certainly stack them on top of each other if you want to try to get to that height. Now, from here, good. I'm just going to take this right under the sacrum. Actually, I'm going to take it right here under the sacrum. Good. So my tailbone and both hip bones are connected. It's okay to hold on to your block. Then I'm going to take one leg at a time up here. So what we're going to do here, we're going to take this into some bicycles. So for those of us that might be older, maybe we don't have a really good neck, this is a nice modification to get those bicycles versus the super advanced version where you've got to be healthy shoulders, healthy neck, everything like that, and be able to support your hips on your hands and wrists. So this kind of takes out some of those issues. So from here, good, I'm just going to reach. Good. And so this can certainly be done without the prop. You can have your bottom on the floor as well and do this work. Just being up higher gives you a little bit more range of motion, a little bit more challenge with it. Belly button is in nice and tight here. And really reach. Good. Let's reverse. The reverse is harder for me. I'm feeling a deeper core connection here with the reverse than I did with the forward pedal. It might be opposite or the same for you. Both are okay. Good. Now from here, I'm just going to bring my knees back into tabletop. So if that was enough of a challenge for you, you can certainly do it that way again. If it feels good to you just to take your feet down and just do a supported bridge here, you're certainly welcome to do that as well. I am going to do a double leg bicycle here. So I'm going to zip my legs up. Legs are going to come up. I'm going to reach, bend, and come up. 2, belly button is in nice and tight. Anything in the low back, you might be taking the legs too long, or your block could be up too high. And let's reverse that. So again, this is harder for me going in reverse. Still on the up, still on the lower. Good. And one more time. Good. And then from here, I'm going to take one foot at a time to the floor, lift the hips, and remove that block. Once I'm all the way down to the floor, bring the knees into the chest and rock side to side here. Okay. So whenever you're ready, we're going to roll like a ball or roll over to your side, coming up to a seat, however you need to get there. And we're going to take a plank. So this is going to be a 20-second plank, and there are so many planks that you can do. So I'm going to encourage you to do the one that just works best for your body today. So some of you will be on your hands. Knees are going to come down. Remember, this is not a plank here, okay? So you want that length in the torso. Some of you will be up high. Also remember, this is not a plank. This is a downward facing dog. So you want to find that plank if you're up. You can also do either option on your forearms. So you can have forearms and knees down or knees lifted on forearms. Okay, so you choose the plank that is appropriate for your body at the side that you think you could do this for a 20 count. And whenever you're ready, find that good plank. I'm going to do up high. Good. And before I start here, wherever you're going with your plank, find some length through the torso. Press that floor away from shoulders. Good. And here we go. 20, 19, 18, 17, 16, 15, 14, 13, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees will drop. Find that held pose. We're going to take this into push-ups here. We're going to do 6 of them. I will give you 3 options from easiest to hardest. So easiest, and you can be here on all fours. We'll turn everything kind of inward a little bit here. So this might be yours. You can walk that forward. This is where I'm going to demo in a moment, and can be here, or you can do it from a high plank. Okay, so find the position that you're going to get in to do your 6 push-ups here. I'm going to take a slight internal rotation of the shoulders and the fingers, just so that the elbows easier go out to the side. So zip up that front body, and here we go. Good. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Whole body moves with you. Inhale, exhale. And 4, 5, and 6. Woo! And taking that down. Good. From here, just come into a nice seated position. We're going to stretch this out. One more exercise here with mermaid. So there's different ways you can sit for mermaid. You can just take both feet to one side and go that way. Or if you're familiar with the Z sit, you can come this way. So this is my right leg, and my left leg, my foot is back here. So kind of choose what you need. Big inhale and reach. You want your feet, no matter what you're sitting in, going towards the left. Okay, so feet to the left. Here we go. Big inhale, exhale, side bend towards the right. You can take that all the way down. Reach, reach, reach. Find that length. And then maybe a rotation. Still finding that length. Opening up to the side. Arm can come up. And we will take that counter stretch towards the left. Reaching. Good. We're going to do that one more time. So from here, big inhale. Exhale, take that down. Reaching. And if your forearm, and elbow doesn't come to the floor, that's okay. You go where you can go. I'm going to take that rotation from my length. And opening up. Arm comes up. And we'll counter stretch over. And then from here, coming to a nice tall feet, twisting from the length, we will rotate here. Going to where you can go. And then once you're ready, we're going to take the feet now to the right. So sit for mermaid on this side the way you need to. Do you need to just have your feet to the side? Or are you going to try the Z? Find what works for your body. And then from here, big inhale. Exhale this time. We're going to side bend to the left. Reaching, lengthening, going to your limit. Good. You can rotate and find that. That's a great stretch. And opening up. Arm comes up, coming up, and side bending over. Good. And always try to keep a long arm here too. You just get a little bit more connection through the side body versus if you just let that arm be lazy and bent. So nice long arm. And here we go. Big inhale, exhale, taking that over, reaching. Belly button is in, maybe rotating from the link. Opening back up to the side. Arm comes up, reach up, taking it over. Good, nice long top arm. And once you're ready, good. We'll take that up. Nice tall feet. We'll rotate towards your feet, rolling shoulders back. And coming out of there. Way to go. You made it through this Pilates mat work class with some different modifications with the yoga block. So I hope that they worked well for you and you had a good practice. And I will see you again really soon. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.